Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope all is well. I am not feeling very well. I have my back issues, my hip issues. Today was a gorgeous day. The air was crisp. It was breezy. It was in the early 60s here this morning. I think it was about like 63 this morning. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I decided to get dressed and try to push myself out the door, and I did. I went to the mall, but not really for that much of anything. Sorry, I have to tilt this a little bit. Not really that much of anything, but just to walk around. And I really did not stay out there that long. I turned around and came home because the amount of walking that I would do at the mall, I said, you know what, I'm going to have to do it worse because then I'm going to have to get home and then I'm going to only have to walk more. So I says, I can't do that. So I came home, like, it must have been about 12:15 this afternoon, and I'm never home at 12:15 when I go to the mall. I'm usually home here maybe a little after 2 o'clock. So that was kind of different. But all I did was just sit here and see if I could just relax. Did not have a very good sleep last night either. I don't know. It was just one of those nights. One of those nights. I don't have them too much, but I have them enough. Yeah, thinking back about Labor Day weekend, and Labor Day weekend is upon us, and hope you guys have a blessed Labor Day weekend. One of the things that I always miss around this time would be my favorite comedian, and that comedian would be Jerry Lewis. And Jerry Lewis, I have loved him since the age of 5 years old, me being 5, not him, me being 5. And it wasn't until I started watching some of his movies at around 7 or 8 did I actually understand his jokes and his humor in the movies. But, you know, I used to tell my mom, I said, he's so silly. That's when my mother said, yes, he is silly, he's funny. And I don't know, one of the movies that I can relate me and my own dad watching, which is Who's Minding the Store. That was like, whenever that was on, me and my father would like, you know, get ready, get some potato chips or whatever, you know, we'll sit and we'll watch it. And that's what we used to do. But I have Cinderfella, I have Nutty Professor, which goes down in history as even he says that's his greatest work. That was one of his favorite all-time movies that he actually shot. I mean, the man is a producer, he was a director, he was I want to say cinematographer. He was a great photographer as well. I mean, he was just a jack of all trades. He really made his mark in the industry, really did. But yeah, I was on YouTube the other night and I was watching some of the clips of the Jerry Lewis Labor Day Telethon, which is MDA Telethon, which is Muscular Dystrophy Association, okay? The man started this back in the 50s, okay? You can even look up those videos on YouTube. He had, I don't know if it was kind of like an outing or I have no idea. Neither party said as to why they parted ways, but this man had started this organization. I mean, he goes down in history as this, but then back in 2010 was his last telethon. And for some reason, even I had the gist of, you know, he's getting older now. I think it was in his late 70s, early 80s. I mean, he passed away at 91 in 2017. You know, so he had a great life. But MDA never explained either why that they parted ways. It was just weird. I mean, I just thought maybe he's getting on in years, he's getting older. You know, he probably just can't do it anymore. But I think at least MDA should have made some sort of a statement, and they never did. Then the following year, which is, I think it was like 2011, they came out with a 6-hour telethon. Forget it. It was like, forget it. Nothing was ever the same again. And then after the years, as the years went on, it fizzled out. So we don't even have that anymore. But this is always special about Labor Day for me, is because I miss things like that, you know. And then I remember my mom and my dad during the night, like 11, 12, 2 o'clock in the morning, even, that they used to call up and they used to make like $25 pledge here and there. You know, it was nice that. Then I remember one year that I was sick. I had like a stomach bug. I think it was like upchucking all night. But it was perfect because I got to sit up all night and watch the Jerry Lewis telethon. So that's what I wanted to do. Because it seemed that all the good acts came on at about 2, 3, or 4 in the morning, you know. What else? I saw there was a documentary on YouTube, as a matter of fact, and I watched the whole thing. I said, you know what? I gotta locate this because, first of all, I don't have this in my collection. I do have other ones, but I don't have this one in my collection. It says Method to the Madness of Jerry Lewis. So I looked on Amazon and I got it. I think Amazon wanted like, what was it? I think $9.99. So I picked it up, and this is it right here. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch this on my 55-inch TV. So also, being that I'm such a big fan of this person, years ago when we first purchased our computer in 1998, I made my first purchase because I was looking at Beanie Babies, and we were very heavy into Beanie Babies back then also. It was just, everybody thought, you remember Beanie Babies? Everybody thought they were a self-made millionaire. And then we all wound up, you can't even sell them back for the money that you originally paid for them at the store, which was like, what, $5.99? I know I was paying $5.99. You can't even make that on eBay, so forget it. I donated all mine. My mother-in-law, God bless her, she donated most of hers, and that was the way we kept it. But on eBay was my first purchase, and I looked up Jerry Lewis, and I noticed that they had the Jerry Lewis Beanie Bears, which was not Ty, by the way. This was a separate. So I tried for the auction. I won the auction. And I paid $15 for him, and I am so glad I got him. He's so cute. I just love him. He is from the Signature Series Classic Collections. He has his little tag protector, and here he is. And it's just an awkward place to put the tag protector, but there he is. There's the famous Jerry Lewis profile symbol, which is him. His little autograph on his little foot, and he's just all around cool. Now I says to the seller, because I really didn't know about eBay. I paid $15 for him. So I wrote to the guy, I says, you know what? I says, it would be funny. I says, now I have to locate Dean Martin, which was Jerry and Dean Martin were partners back in the 1945 to, my God, 1955. I think they had a run for 10 years. And then they, I guess they retired from each other. Other problems happened, but it's okay. Anyway, getting out of that. So I says, Jerry's really, he needs his partner, Dean Martin. So the guy writes me back and says, I have Dean Martin. He says, and I don't know why I didn't make the connection. He says, what I should have did was sell them as a pair. He says, but I tell you what, upon your payment for Jerry, he says, just add another $10. So then I got the two of them for like $25, which was great, because what was that, like $12.50 a piece? And sure enough, he says, I'm going to mail them together. And poor Dean Martin's tag fell off, but here's Dean Martin. Isn't he adorable? And he's got his little autograph on his foot. So Jerry and Dean are together again, and together again in heaven as well. So they're just a great pair. I says, no, I have to have Dean Martin. I mean, I would have did a search for him anyway. I probably would have got him at some point from somewhere else, but it was so great that this guy, it worked out. And that was my first purchase on eBay. And I still have him. He's in great shape. So, yeah, just reflecting off on things and everything. I could still watch the old clips of the MDA telethon with Jerry Lewis and all the stars that were on it on YouTube. You can actually do that. MDA actually has their own page on YouTube. So that's really it right now. I just wanted to say hi. Thank you so much for yesterday or the other day, Tuesday, I think I did my scratch-offs. I don't know. I seem to have somebody that wrote, I don't know, they were a little salty about whatever. I said something about I talk too much. Somebody was like 9 minutes. It was ridiculous. He said something like 9 minutes is ridiculous for 2 tickets. It wasn't 2 tickets. It was 12 tickets. So you need to do your research on that. It was 12 tickets. It was a set of 10, the $1 tickets, which was on a roll for 10. That's $10. And then I did have 2 $5 tickets. So it was 12 tickets. But many other people who are my followers, who are my audience, they do understand. They seem to understand, and they like what I'm doing. And that's all that matters. So I talk about a lot of things. My channel runs a lot of different ways. And I've always said I'm not going to stick to one subject. I never did all these years. And anyway, I'm sure there's many other lottery scratch off channels that, you know, you may want to take a look at. Or maybe they'll be better to your liking. So, but for me, this is how I run my channel. So I run it as I see fit. Anyway, I thank you so much. Nothing really about Disney news, and I'm going to save the Disney news for another video. I think I'll do that on another one, because right now I'm into reflecting and everything. And then I'll discuss hurricane issues and everything. All right, people. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will talk to you soon. Let's see if my clicker works. All right. Happy Thursday, everybody, and have a blessed Labor Day as well. Okay. God bless you all. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Not working? Here we go.